I've been dying to make this video. I made a draft of this video, and then I realized with the book that I showed everybody, you could see the list of things that I wrote down, and that's okay, except for the fact that some of them are really personal, and I don't really want that out for the world to see. I mean, I'm basically an open book, but, and I will share some of these, but anyway, this video might just be for me. Maybe it's a time capsule. I don't know. But if you're watching this, put me on 2x speed, please. Don't listen to me in real time. Okay. This is how you get what you want. And this is such a ripoff from the video It Works, which I will link. It's not a video, it's a book, but it's like the recorded version of the book It Works. And I think that I've drawn from that and a lot of different other things to kind of form my own opinion on how to figure out what you want. And it's so much easier than you think. Easier, but like harder to figure out. You know what I'm saying? Okay. How you're going to figure out what you want is you're going to take a notebook, ideally a new one. You're going to open it to the first page. You're going to put a date, whatever day it is. So like, for example, it's November 3rd, 2025. You're going to write the date at the top. And then you're going to number and write what you think you want. Okay, the key here is what you think you want. You don't even have to know exactly what you want, just guess. Literally just guess what you want. So like, for example, the very first thing I ever wrote down that I wanted, number 0 of in May of 2025 was roller rabbit pajamas. I have not bought roller rabbit pajamas. I don't think I even actually want them, but it was a good start because I thought I wanted them at the time. And the very specific ones that I wanted helped inform me about other things in my life that are very personal, which I'm not going to go into. But so that's what you're going to do. Okay. With the list, you're going to guess. You're going to make a list of things that you think that you want. And this is not just like items. Like I know that my first example is pajamas. My second thing was an even closer spiritual tie to God. So one of my things was at least 3 weeks of travel and fun over the summer, which that is unheard of for me personally. Over the summers, historically, I have just run myself into the ground with work, and that did not happen this summer. My family took a last-minute trip abroad for 2 weeks. I visited my brother for 4 or 5 days in Austin for his internship. I had a best friend visit me in my very first apartment over the summer for a few days, and I ended up with like more than 3 weeks of fun and travel. But what I'm trying to say here is that if you think you know what you want and you write it down and it ends up actually being in accordance with like what your soul desires, you will have it. It will happen. I've seen this happen multiple times throughout making multiple lists. And if you don't know what you want and you guess and you come back to it, or you ruminate on the things that you wrote down, you might get clarity on what you actually want. So like, for example, with the pajamas, I realized like, I don't actually want roller rabbit pajamas, but I did want a really cute pajama set. I was just gifted a pajama set by the family that I nanny for, just out of the kindness of their hearts on like a random day. Like they just ordered it for me. Like I complimented the woman on hers and she bought me the exact same set. And I love it. I love it way more than the roller rabbit pajamas. All that to say, you'll know when it's for you. Like when you write something down, even just the act of writing something down that you think you want, it will help you gain clarity on like if you actually want it or not. And I'm not gonna say like you have to be fully like, you have to be like, yes, this is gonna work. I also don't recommend that you be discouraged, or like if you go into something like with pessimism, thinking that it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work. But I'm also not saying that a required ingredient is that you have to be fully bought in, because I don't think that you have to be. I think that it's more about, honestly, for me, it's more about the process of discovering what I actually desire rather than getting what I think I desire, because there's no point in getting what you think you desire if it just turns out that you didn't want it in the first place. It's so much better to have clarity on what you actually want than to get what you thought you wanted. Does that make sense? I like that. That was good. So anyway, also with this, okay, in the It Works video, it says you need to like do it every day and like read your list every day to like make sure that these things come to fruition. But what I would say is that while you're still figuring out what you want, don't make it a chore to come back to this and think about this and write a new list and read your list and read it out loud and all of these things. Just like lower the importance. It's not that, like, just, it's whatever. You can write your list, assume what you want, set it aside for a few days, come back to it, rewrite the list or reread the old one, think about it a little bit, think, okay, what on this list, is this actually what I want? Make adjustments and then make a new one. And over time, not only will you begin to accomplish the things that you have written down that you want, but you'll gain clarity on what you want. And I think that the clarity on what you want is so much more important than, again, getting what you think you want. So anyway, to put this really succinctly, get out a notebook, make your best guess as to what you want. It can be, hopefully, just don't hurt anybody, but like it can be things for your work life, your family life. It can be physical objects. It can be more time in the day to do a hobby or a chore. It can be a new car. It can be a future that looks completely different from what you have right now. It can be, one of the things that I was writing down is that I realized I wanted clarity on what I actually wanted. I kept making lists of things that I wanted and then realized I wasn't sure if I even wanted them. And so one of the things on my list was gain clarity on what I actually want. And it's working. I'm getting clarity on what I actually want. So just make your best guess, no pressure. Just like, if you could have anything, no limitations, do not limit yourself. You can have whatever you want in this life. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise, especially yourself. We are our own greatest limiters. I'm convinced of that. And if it's not us, it's coming from someone, probably a close friend or family that is trying to like tamp us down. No, there's no room for that here. The only person you are fully responsible for, unless you're taking care of small children, is yourself. That's the only person you're responsible for. And you have to parent yourself the way that you would want to be parented. Take care of yourself like you are your own closest friend, because you should be. And why not want the best for your own closest friend? So don't limit yourself with this list either. Allow it the chance to surprise you. Allow yourself to write down something that you think is so ridiculous that like, oh, how could I ever get that? How could I ever get that job? How could I ever sell my car? No one's gonna want my car. Like, whatever it may be, allow yourself to be surprised. Just allow yourself to be surprised. See what happens. Please comment if any of this resonates.